Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and I'm back in the Heroes of the Storm Alpha lobby. Now, I know this game is Alpha, and because of that, I would like to give some feedback. And there's the forums for feedback, but since my whole thing is YouTube and streaming and all that, I decided why not make a video on it, right? So, these are a few things I've noticed in my time playing the Alpha, which I've spent quite a bit. I'm level 18, almost level 20. Since, you know, it's close to 20. We'll start off with the shop. Right now, a lot of people are complaining about the prices, but I have no problem with the prices. So, for example, Tyrael costs 5,500 gold. He costs $7.49, which the prices are pretty on par with Riot's RP system. So, I mean, really, I don't think it's that bad. But for gold, I think they could give a bit more gold. I've earned, I think, around 10,000 to 11,000, because I've purchased like 3 or 4 of the 2,000 gold champions, and that's really about it. And then I have 3,150 right now, so that's either 9 or 11,000, and that can buy like one 10,000 champ for 18 levels. I think that's pretty low. I think they could definitely bump the gold up a little bit, Blizzard. I think you can bump it up a little bit. I'd say I should have around like maybe 15,000 gold right now. I should be able to buy like a 10,000 and a 5,500 for being this level at least, not just a 10,000. As for skins kind of vary in price. Chef Stitches cost 10 bucks. So some of the lesser skins like Prince Arthas, 749. I bought Lurkablo Diablo because it's pretty awesome. Let's see. We got 1249 for Shando Illidan, that's a really cool skin. I like that. Patriot Rainer, which is what Jesse plays. Ronin Zeratul looks pretty cool. Infested Tychus is really cool too, but $15, like, some of them I don't really know like the biggest difference. I know Mecha Tassadar is 15. That's pretty cool. I like Mecha Tassadar. Blood Elf Tyrant, Witch Doctor, you know. So I think skin prices, I think they could still tweak them out a bit. Mount prices are, I haven't actually looked at mount prices that much. It's just 10 bucks each mount. The Rainbow Unicorn is $20. I guarantee you that is $20 for the sole reason because they know people will buy it. That's the only reason, because that's not worth $20. That's worth like as much as these. But if people buy it, I'm not going to buy it. I bought a Direwolf for like 10 bucks. That's all I need. I like Direwolf. As for hero balance, I'll go into that in a little bit. But here's one thing I noticed. When you go to here, for the quest log, it's like Hearthstone where you get quests and you can earn experience and gold by doing quests. So right now, my one quest is win 2 games as a support. So I get 100,000 XP and 600 gold. That's not too bad. But this is one of my daily quests I got, which is win games with StarCraft, Diablo, and Warcraft heroes. This is extremely confusing. So I got this quest, and I won games as like the heroes, but then it didn't give me credit, and then for some reason now I have 1 of 3, but I've gotten it before, and I don't know if I have to win 1 game as a StarCraft hero, 1 game as a Diablo hero, 1 game as a Warcraft hero, and if so, why didn't it give me credit for the ones I won? And it should show you like which ones you've completed. So I'm like, did I win a game as the StarCraft hero? I don't remember. Maybe I have to play him again. So just like show like little check boxes, like show win games with StarCraft, Diablo, Warcraft, and have little check boxes, and then show, or at least show like down here like which ones you've completed, like WSD, and then, you know, it's not difficult to figure out. It's also cool because you can get experience by doing quests as champions, so like kill 10 heroes with Illidan's Crescent Sweep ability and you get experience. I like that. That's cool. Epic hero quests I've not unlocked yet, but I take it they're just like stronger hero quests. What else? gameplay-wise, when you are about to play a game, this is something that bothers me. So, when you're about to play a game, if I queue up for a game right now, let's just say as a Demon Hunter, I have to hover over this to see the time. So 71 seconds. Why not just put that here? Like, why make? I don't think I should have to hover over it to see that. For example, when you play League of Legends, it just shows it in the little box up there, like your time for the queue. Because that's all you care about when you're in that screen. You're waiting for the queue. Why should I have to hover over it to, like, see? Everybody wants to know how long it's gonna take. That's my opinion. They have more than enough space to show it. So, I think I would put that there, because I always have to, like, keep hovering over, like, what time have we wait? Either way, that's another thing. And then, of course, we have champion balance. So if we go to champion balance, go to the shop, heroes. Stitches, from what I've seen of Stitches, he's pretty well off. His hook is very long, but I guess a lot of people are like, that's how he was in Dota. Because he was, I forgot it. What was his name in Dota? So I forgot it right now. It starts with a P, I believe. Like not Patches. People are freaking out right now. I don't know. It's something. Arthas. Arthas he seems okay. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's like average at damage and average at tanking, from what I've seen and played. So I think he's just kind of mediocre. Diablo is also somewhat mediocre. He's got some good crowd control abilities, but he dies so much, and he has a cool, like, death mechanic where he can come back to life from getting souls of killing people and all that, but his damage could use a buff. His W fire ability is kind of mediocre. Tyrael's pretty strong. I like Tyrael. I think he's well balanced. Elite Tauren Chieftain's pretty strong as well. He's a good support. He's kind of like a Sona mixed with a Pantheon. Like, he's pretty strong. Barbarian, from what I've seen, is pretty good. I don't think she's overpowered or underpowered. She seems pretty well balanced. Muradin I played. He's too slow for me. I didn't really like that he was that slow. I mean, he's a tank, but I don't think either he's not that great or he's not the champion for me. It's very possible he's just not a champion for me. Kerrigan. Kerrigan's very fun. I like Kerrigan a lot. I think she's strong. She's a melee assassin, and I don't think she's overpowered, really. I think she's pretty well balanced. Nova, oh my god, the clones. Hold on, where's this ability? This ability, Hollow Decoy, is the dumbest thing. Every 15 seconds, you can bring out a decoy that explodes after it expires. And it doesn't break cloaks, so you can bring out clones of yourself. And it's so hard to tell which clone is the Nova, which clone isn't Nova, and who's the real Nova, and it's just, it's frustrating. But that leads me to the stealth mechanic. The stealth mechanic in this game is really dumb. I'm just going to say it right now, because, I believe it's Nova has it, she's cloaked, Zeratul, and someone else have it. If they don't, they have like an ability that can cloak. I know Tyrande has a cloak ability with her heal. You cannot like break the cloak unless you take damage. So you can be standing on top of them and not have any abilities to damage them, and you can't do anything. That's dumb to me. Like, at least in other games like League of Legends, when you're standing on top of the stealth person, you can see them. There has to be something like that. Like when they're in a vicinity of you, you can see the real them, not just like when you damage them. I would add that. Otherwise, I mean, outside of that, that's fine, because it's like you're cloaked, whatever, but you shouldn't be cloaked when you're literally right next to the person. I think that's dumb. Moving on, Falstad, he's pretty strong. The fact that he can fly around the map, because he's always mounted, so he can hit Z and fly anywhere on the map. That needs a longer cooldown, because on maps like the Curse map, where the tribute spawn, like in all 4 corners, and it takes people a long time to get there. He's like, oh, I can fly there, and there you go. So he also does a lot of really strong damage, but I think his Z ability should be nerfed. Demon Hunter's been played by a lot of people. She's pretty strong, but I don't think she's overpowered. I think she's like a glass cannon type thing, so I don't think it's that bad. Illidan is quite strong. He's probably one of the strongest in the game. He's just a melee assassin that he has super mobility. His ultimate's also very good. Raynor, for all he does is like auto attack and knocks back people. His knockback is really strong. It's probably one of the strongest abilities because of the ability to just hit people, knock them back, do damage, keep hitting them. Then he's got Inspire, which is like the stim pack type thing, increase attack movement speed for self and nearby allies. That's really strong. And he's got Banshees, and he's got the super Hyperion, which like does a strafing. It's like a huge thing that shoots down lasers. You've probably seen it if you've seen anyone playing the game. I don't think he's overpowered, but he's pretty strong. Mainly because of that knockback. It gives him really good kiting ability. Zeratul is also very strong, pretty much because of his cloaking abilities. He's like a super rogue, essentially. He's a really annoying super rogue. Tychus I haven't actually played. I've seen people play him, so I can't really make any judgment on him. Uther is the strongest champion in this game. Uther is the most... it's dumb. It's dumb how good he is. You can heal yourself or an ally, for one. Okay, that's your Holy Light. You can also turn this into a damage ability later on through talents. You can do Holy Radiance, which heals everyone in a line, plus it does damage. So you have a healing thing and a damage thing in one spell yet again. Then your Judgment does damage and stuns an enemy every 8 seconds. On top of that, when you're killed, you are a ghost that can keep doing all these abilities as a ghost for like 20 seconds when you get the talent for it. It's really dumb. And then you can get Divine Shield, which is like a KO ult. It gives invulnerability. Or deal area damage and stun enemies, Divine Storm. He's easily one of the strongest, if not the strongest champion in the game. I'd say he's the strongest champion in the game. Flat out, I'd say it. Hammer of justice. Malfurion's pretty strong, but I think I think he could use a tiny nerf, primarily because his heals are very good, like Regrowth. You can get Regrowth to be really strong with talents, and he's got Tranquility or Twilight Dream. They're both really good ults. He can root people, he can Moonfire, but his Regrowth is really good. But aside from that, I think he's pretty good. Tassadar, I haven't actually played Tassadar, but from what I've seen of him, he's pretty good. I think he's fine. Tyrande I've played. She's pretty good as well. She's like a mix between Ashe and Soraka in League of Legends. So I think she's a good support. Witch Doctor I played. He's got a lot of strong abilities early on, and then as you get late game, he falls off a little bit, but he's still pretty good. I think Witch Doctor's fine. Gazlowe, I've seen people play Gazlowe and hate him because he's like a Heimerdinger, and he can put down turrets, and he can shoot a laser thing. I've also seen people play him that really like him. They either hate him or they love him. And the people that love him play him really well, and the people that don't like him are just like, is so dumb. He could probably use a couple like minor buffs to some of his things, like his turrets could, I don't know about the turrets. I think they need to change how the turrets work in some way, like maybe different types of turrets. I don't know. Death Laser, it takes a long time to charge this thing up, but it does do a lot of damage. And then Time Bomb, throw a Time Bomb which stuns and damages enemies in an area. Takes a little too long to go off, I think. I think it could go off sooner, but I mean, it's kind of just about minor tweaks and stuff. I haven't actually played the Siege Tank, but people playing it do seem to have a lot of fun. And then Abathur. I think Abathur is one of the most fun champions. A lot of people get angry when they play him because it's like 4 versus 5 then, unless they have an Abathur, but he has great global abilities because he can spawn these toxic nests, which are like, you can put like Teemo mushrooms practically around the map, and then you can like tunnel into a location and spawn like minions that crawl down the lane you're in that you choose to be in. Or no, that's just spawn locusts. I didn't even know you could tunnel into a location. I did not actually use that ability. And then you can go on to your allies and do damage from them. So like a ranged attack, kind of a spinny melee attack around you, and then he has a shield, so you can pretty much help out an ally that needs help. And then you have the ability to clone one of your allies. So if they're playing Raynor, you can make a clone Raynor that lasts for like 30 seconds, which is also very strong. Shut up, Abathur. See, you can stun him when you spin him around. But he's really fun. I think Abathur's cool. And yeah, overall, that's my opinion on the game of what I would fix, what I would nerf and buff, and what I would change in the lobby and gold-wise and all that. So, thanks for listening and watching, and leave your comments below on what you think and what you think you'd change if you had to do changes. Okay? Okay. See you.